At the end of the day, whether you're selling coaching, whether you're selling consulting, whether you're selling properties, whether you're selling investment opportunities, you really are in the lead generation business. And being able to reach out to those leads when you want to market your products, market your services, all that stuff is really the biggest key to success. So here's the thing. Software really should be simple enough that you don't need a team to do what you need to do. Picking the right one is totally about what you need it to do. The marketing that you need to pull off in your business is what that software should be capable of. So the way I see it is there's really kind of three classes of CRM. Class one, it's very easy to use. Email is a primary message medium, meaning it's really great at email and sucks at everything else, or it can't do anything else. These usually have some good campaign builders. The problem is they don't have rules, so you don't necessarily have any way to trigger automation for the most part. There's no phone, no text, no print, and there's no marketplace. So you can't add functionality very easily. So like Aweber, ConvertKit, Drip, ActiveCampaign would all be considered like class 1 CRMs. Then you have class 2 CRM, which they use rules as triggers. There's task management oftentimes, there's marketplace with some integrations. Most of those integrations are like a third party kind of middleware. You have many message mediums. So you can send texts, you can send emails, all that stuff. They're much more difficult to set up and understand. You actually need the onboarding. You need a team to be able to support you in that. There's a very little sales pipeline and they're difficult for phone sales. So if you're selling something that is more complicated, then you're not able to get what you need out of the CRM. So Infusionsoft and Entreport are two examples of that. Then you have a class 3 CRM, which it can do everything. It has great sales pipelines, very visual sales workflow, and it has very extensive APIs and functionality, meaning you can tie anything in the world into it, but they're expensive, they're super high learning curve, and they need implementation. So Salesforce, HubSpot would be two examples there. The expensive piece is the most notorious. But the biggest problem is that all of those tools kind of focus, they're built around the functionality. And when you look at businesses, fundamentally, when you look at a business, the business sells to one person. They sell to an end user, a customer. And the entire goal of a marketing automation platform is to move that lead, that prospect, to being a customer. And once they're a customer, it's how do you extend the lifetime, how do you extend the journey with that person so that they can continue to buy your stuff, consume your services, pay your subscriptions, whatever your business model is. It's moving a lead to a customer and then a customer, into the future. And so really, in looking at the CRMs, the biggest challenge is, when your business grows, you need to move from one to the next to the next. And then as we got building, it was so cool because when you take the customer-centric philosophy of a CRM, then you start to realize that now, an existing business, when they're modeling class 1 CRM, so just email functionality. Well, now they need, as they grow, they need to move to a different tool in order to, continue growing their business. Then once they're in a class 2, like an Infusionsoft or an Entreport, then if they want to continue scaling, they got to move again. So you got to migrate all that data, all the customer records. So if you look at a garage basement startup business to a $5, $10, $15, $20 million company, you're at least looking at 3 migrations, before you can effectively service that customer. So what we did in Axis was, sure, you can start with just a CRM, just email, just campaigns. You still get that great
contact record, that extensive customizable contact record that you can do everything you need to for your customers. And then when you're ready to grow, when you're ready to add functionality, you just basically drop in new apps, and all of a sudden you have a page builder, you have email copy, you have advanced analytics with AI built in it, you have bots, you have all kinds of other additional stuff that you just add. So you don't migrate, you just add the tools, add the software, add the technology. Then when you go from the class 2 to a class 3, and you pick up a phone sales team, you want comprehensive sales pipelines, like all that stuff, then you just drop in the new apps, and all of a sudden you can move over. That is why we built Access the way we did. That is why we built the functionality. That is why we took so long in building our own platform, so that it can grow with your business, so that it can be extensible, so that it can be easy to use. You don't need, some expert certified consultant in order to run it.
So in putting together like a CRM that works with smaller businesses and also works with large businesses, we need to complete contact records.
And there's a human being on the other side of every email you send, every text message you send. It's a human being who is pulling out their wallet to give you money. So our view of a CRM is that it needs to be built around a customer. It needs to be built around that lead, that person. And it needs to be scalable so that whether it's one lead or 10,000 leads or 100,000 leads, you're still focusing on that one person 100,000 times. And that's really the kind of the fundamental piece. When we started building Access, we said, this is what we need to do. We need to build it around a customer.
We need easy to use automation. We need something that is extensible through a marketplace. So you can add functionality to it by just clicking a button, as opposed to needing to upend your entire world, and then move into another platform, learn another platform, and then go from there. And we needed something that was easy to use. Needed something that would grow with your business. We had to be able to bolt on whatever functionality that you need without any middleware. So we're not talking like, there's a plus this integration or a Zapier integration that then, charges you money for that. And then there's an additional fee for whatever you're integrating to. And we needed to be able to be scalable from like 500 contacts to 500,000 contacts at the drop of a hat. So what we did is we built Access.
So with that, I'd love to do a demo, do a one-on-one demo. You and me, or you and my team can jump on the phone, work through what your exact business model is. We can kind of work from there. If it makes sense, awesome. And if it doesn't, that's awesome too. And we'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks. Bye.